Hi, my name's Natalie and welcome to Natalie's Plot Life, and I am the proud new owner of a greenhouse. I've spent my whole weekend getting this up and now I need to measure up because I'd like to put some pasting tables in here to put all my seedlings, and I need to concrete cement it in if I can. So that's what we're going to do today. So I have a confession, and that was filmed last week. I then got caught up with buying all the stuff. I ended up just being super busy that day and wasn't able to film and get video out. So I'm just attaching today's video to last week's. So I did get my pasting tables. That's basically what I've just got behind me. Moved everything in. I also found this like shelving at a charity shop. So that's very helpful because every inch of space is basically being used. What I have realized though is that all this is flowers, and I haven't planted any veg this year. Bar the red cabbage that I bought pre sprouted, I don't have anything going, and I need to get that done. It is the 30th of March. So I bought this from Home Bargains because I think this is actually enough to do each of my vegetables in. So I can do 4 sweet corn, 4 cucumbers, and then I have to decide what else I'm actually sowing in regards to food. Obviously tomatoes, and I've got peas and stuff in already. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna have a think about. Oh, and carrots. I put carrots in. The peas are in. Okay, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. I was like, oh my goodness, I've just done flowers. This is my tiny tomatoes. I think they're just a bit smaller than cherry tomatoes. Uh, I had them in a drawer before I had this greenhouse. I had some plastic drawers out in my garden so that I had somewhere to put all my sprouted seedlings. And a snail got into the drawer and ate all the rest of them. I did catch him just on the stalk of this one, but he did leave me one, and I only need one. So that's fine. I was just going to share out any I had left, and I've got a beefeater tomato which I bought, and I've done sweet millions, which are the tiny currant sized tomatoes that I did last year, and I just loved them. And I just ordered on Etsy like a huge gigantus tomato, which I don't think I'm going to grow in here. I think um, out there, I think I'm going to grow it in my greenhouse. I've actually got a really nice pot for it. This one. So I'm going to sprout it and then pot it in here in the greenhouse and just keep it in the greenhouse and see how big I can get it. I've also got a pepper, a little yellow snacky pepper that I can grow in, just leave in here, and hopefully that will give me some peppers this year because I didn't get them last year. I've also been chitting potatoes, but they're a bit old now. I think I might have left them too long. I'd probably put these in a pot and see if anything happens, and get some new ones as well and put them in the other pot. So that is quite a lot of veg there. That's fine. I just need to do sweet corn, cucumbers, pumpkins. sweet corn, cucumbers, pumpkins. Anyway, my Farmer Gracy package has arrived and I thought I'd show you the dahlias that I've got. Okay, I'll read these out and then put a picture of the dahlia up on the screen. So, Melina Fleur, Natalie J. I bought 2 Natalies because that's my name. So I got Sweet Natalie and Natalie J. Megan Dean, Caitlin's Joy, Copper Boy, Bumble Rumble. I love this one. Mango Madness, Myrtle's Folly, Myrtle's Folly, and Wizard of Oz. I am actually going to take those back home because I have started all my dahlias on my windowsill in sandwich bags. And once they've sprouted, now they've sprouted, I've got a greenhouse. I've brought them down to the greenhouse. I wanted to pre-sprout them because I know slugs absolutely love them. And we had such a year off from slugs last year. I just know they're going to be rife this year. And if you've got a tiny little sprout coming out of a dahlia and it's like this big, a slug will come along, eat that, and it's completely gone. Whereas if you put it out when it's more like this, a slug eating a leaf isn't going to destroy the whole plant. So I really wanted to pre-sprout my dahlias. And also, there were so many that didn't come to anything. And I wouldn't want them in the ground. Yeah, these have gone squishy now, gone moldy. They did root really well, and so I will leave it longer, but I don't think anything is coming of that. But at least then I'm not wasting space with dahlias that aren't going to sprout. I've also taken a couple of cuttings from some dahlias that sprouted really, really well. This one I sprouted it in a sandwich bag. And so I had that huge one there and this. I've actually gone well overboard for dahlias this year, clearly. How many did I get? 10 from Farmer Gracy. And then actual sprouted dahlias I've got 11 more. I was going to say this one hasn't sprouted, but actually there's the tiniest bit of growth. You're not going to be able to see that, I don't think. Just there, can you see the green? That's the tiniest little sprout. But there we go. Maybe if you leave them long enough. Oh, that one's Be Kind. I was hoping that one would sprout. So that's 21 dahlias. Well, I say that. That's if all the Farmer Gracy germinate. Is that the word for tubers that come to life? Germinate? Sprout. I'm going to go with sprout. If you want to know the names of the other dahlias that I'm growing, leave a comment down below and I'll go through all of those as well and get pictures for them so that you can see. But yeah, I think that's enough for today. did do pumpkins in this bed last year, but I think I am going to use this as a flower bed next to my greenhouse this year. And maybe this one, I might still grow some little pumpkins over the arch like I did last year. And I've got this, which I was kind of using as a compost pile for the other half of the plot. But I've cleared that now. Obviously, this all needs tidying up from when I brought all the flowers I had at home down to the allotment. So I can clear that up and I can use those drawers in my shed and in my greenhouse. And I can put pumpkins in there and maybe get like an arch and plant maybe one or two down here and let them just grow over. I think that'd be a good idea. And I've got some gladiolis that I can plant along here. And then I can also use this. I can use this as like my main dahlia bed for my ones from Farmer Gracy. Yes. These are the gladiolis I bought. Pastel, very cute. Very cute ones. Just going to pop them all along the greenhouse. There is 16 of them. They're very tiny. They're very small. So hopefully we'll get a cute row of gladiolis down the greenhouse. Very cute. Very cute. I will eventually cover this whole bed in compost, but it's not needed right this second. So I'm just going to do this line down here. So I kind of skipped over the whole, I got a greenhouse and what I've done in here, and I thought I'd just show you very quickly. I got this greenhouse, it's an 8x6 off of Gumtree. The guys that were selling it, they took it apart and I just rebuilt it here. My friend had a van, thankfully, so it came in like quite big pieces. And I was very worried about the glass, but that was like one of the easiest bits of putting it back together. It wasn't very difficult at all. It's just time consuming. It did take me a whole weekend. But yeah, I was very worried about putting it together and not knowing and getting the glass in and how difficult that would be. It was pretty simple. And if you need any like pointers on how to get glass in or anything, when you have a look, you'll see that it's like placing it and then putting these hooks in, which you can do with your hands. And I had Googled and YouTubed so much that people were using these like wire clippers, they needed tools. I just did it all with my hands and it was really simple. I also put window cling on half of my greenhouse. On the door and at the back is like a stained glass one. I just wanted to see how it would look, and I love like this pane. But the main reason I got window cling was for this side, just to give me a bit of privacy, and it's very, very pretty. So this is it up close. It still lets all the light in. It's just gives me a bit of privacy. And I did get pasting tables and cover them in waterproof tablecloths. And I put some string up here and kind of made a makeshift shelf from a pallet piece of wood. I did, let me show you. That is a bit wet there, but has it's dry. The cement is dry. It's just a bit damp. But I have cemented in around the base so that it's all sealed in nicely. And yes, I'm very, very happy with my little greenhouse. I also bought this clock from Aldi, and it tells you the temperature, which is so cool. And it keeps while I've been sat in here, it's been going between 30 and 40, which is incredible. I bought these from the car boot sale. They're little bells. They look like pots. I kind of love them. I did break 2 panes of glass on driving them here, and I have just duct taped them back together. Yeah, that's that's what I've done for now. Until I can get some new panes, I just duct tape them back together, and they're fine. They're all right. They keep it warm in here. So that's my greenhouse, and I absolutely love it in here. It's my new favorite place to be. Obviously, all my seedlings are in here at the moment as well. So it's crowded and joyful, pure joy, especially like yesterday. It was really rubbish weather, but it was still 30 degrees in here, and I just spent hours potting up my sunflowers, and just makes being at the allotment just that bit more enjoyable. Like today, I just would have been freezing, and I'm not sure what I would have done. Probably tidied up a bit more because it does need a good tidy. Um, but yeah, I'm just really, really enjoying having a greenhouse. It's been a dream for a year, and it's finally come to life, and I love it so much. I'm so happy. No one else is happy about this greenhouse as I am. They don't get it. I wonder if you get it. So that's everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, remember to like the video and subscribe if you want to. Buy me a coffee link is in the description if you get any value out of my videos and you'd like to buy me a coffee. Probably go on seeds, to be honest, not coffee or tea. A cup of tea would be nice right now. I think I might go and get one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.